Okay, what I have here is some antifreeze that I've used many times to do this. Just poured gasoline into it, close it off, turn it over a few times to allow the gasoline to mix with the antifreeze. What's going to happen is when it sets, the alcohol that was in the gasoline is going to transfer over to the antifreeze because it has more affinity to the antifreeze than the alcohol. Than the gasoline. Now, I could use water to do this, but you can see how fast it's separating. Water would take a long time to completely separate. If I use water for this, I would let it set overnight before I used it. One of the ways of siphoning it out is to use a small tube weighted down to the bottom. Could pour off the gasoline, but then you run the risk of getting a little bit of that, and you always leave quite a bit of the gasoline in on top of the antifreeze. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this hose here that is from a shower setup, add-on shower thing. Normally I'd let this set for about an hour, but since I'm just showing this off here, I'll go ahead and show what I'm going to do here to siphon this out without getting a mouthful of anything. Take the hose, close off the end so that it doesn't let any of the gasoline get in it as it goes down into where the antifreeze is. Put that in there, put the end of the siphon hose in there, and then I'm going to take the cover up the lid, the opening of the jar, and I'm going to blow into it to start the siphon. Now the siphon started, and it's getting down to the bottom and sucking out all that stuff. We yank it up to stop it. Okay, now if we had waited an hour, this would be just gasoline in here without any alcohol in it. And this would be our antifreeze with a very small amount of alcohol, of gasoline on top. This is the antifreeze and the alcohol mixture here, plus any water that has accumulated. So, of course, since this was just for a demonstration, I'm going to leave that set longer to get most of that. Now, this is what it would look like if there was no antifreeze mixed in with it. This is pure gas. It was set for a long time before I siphoned it out. You can always just pour it off, but the siphoning works real good. Ideally, the hose should be just a tad bit smaller than that because, man, that siphons fast. But then I usually use a 2-gallon jug to do this, and not the small amount. But some days I just do the small amount. Shout out to Steve's Small Engines, where I get a lot of good ideas from. Not this one, but others. Here, Steve.